I wanted to welcome my Biology 121-122 students to the Summer 2020 COVID-19 Special Edition of Anatomy Physiology. I'm Dr. Forbes and I'll be with you this semester, and this is just a mini introduction to the class. There's a more formal introduction coming later. But I wanted to get this out to you folks so you don't have any questions remaining on how to prepare for the class, how the class is going to be formatted, because with the move to online for all of the GRCC classes, there are a lot of questions. I know some instructors have defaulted to the go ahead and read the textbook and you have an exam on it model of teaching online, which is probably not the best model. And I want to introduce you to how I do it and what you can expect this semester. And again, there'll be a more formal video following in a couple days here that I'll tell you about and keep you informed about. But right now I just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on this semester, because again, it's very unique for students having all these classes shoved online here at the last minute. But anyway, I want to welcome you from my rooftop studio here. This is my little sunroom I have. I live out here in the forest with my wife, and every now and then you'll see little woodland creatures walking behind me here. So we should have the turkey parade coming through here any minute. This year we have a flock of 16 or 17 turkeys that roll through here around 10 o'clock every morning. And then we also see chickens coming through here, and I have chickens. Well, I should say that we don't have chickens. Our neighbors have chickens, which means that we have chickens. They live through the forest in that direction, and we have 13 chickens who decided we're way more fun and better stuff to eat over here than the neighbors. So we have chickens over here from sunup to sundown, which is amazing because the Amazon driver coming up the driveway has to dodge little feathery creatures in the driveway in order to get up here. So that's what you may see behind us. We have a stream down here, and we have deer walking around here, and hopefully you don't see any nature scenes back here like a coyote ripping the head off of a chicken or a turkey, but that's what we're looking at here. But hey, I want to welcome you to Biology 121-122 for summer. As I'll share with you more formally in the other video, this is a great course. This is a really, really interesting course because you think about this, what other course can you possibly take where you're going to actually be employing the knowledge you gain every single day? It's certainly not calculus. If you've ever suffered through calculus, when's the last time you did calculus in your life, unless you're an engineer? If you take pre-Columbian art history, when's the last time you did pre-Columbian art history? But when you're anatomy physiology, whether you go into allied health, nursing, the health sciences at all, aren't you doing anatomy physiology every single day of your life? And so this is the only topic you can ever take where there's application every single day of your life. It is without a doubt the most important topic that you'll ever have in your life. But again, more about that later on. I'll probably even use those same examples in the other introduction video. But I want to let you know how this summer is going to be formatted differently than the normal face-to-face classes on campus. 100% of the delivery of my lectures is going to be done online. And the format I follow is that I'm actually recording all of my lectures. So you're going to have the lecture outline in front of you, and you'll be watching the videos as I scroll through the lecture notes that I would normally present in class, and you'll be filling in the appropriate areas of your lecture notes. And this is what I did last semester. It's what I normally do during the semesters because there's some special topics in the class that are more challenging. For 121, it's muscle contraction, nervous transmission, and cellular respiration. For 122, it's lymphatic system, and a couple of other more challenging topics. And I traditionally have always provided these online as a pre-recorded lecture, so students go back and listen to them 1, 2, or sometimes maybe even 3 times. Because how many times have you sat in a class where you're in class going, yep, I get it, I understand that, yep, and then you go home to do the homework or read the book and it's like, you've never even been in class before. But if you could hear it again, wouldn't that be great? And that's why traditionally I've always provided online lectures for my more challenging or the more challenging topics that we see in class. So basically all I've done for the move to online is done that for every single topic, every single lecture during the class. And so a lot of students last semester in the in the winter of 2020, unfortunately the switch to online was pretty traumatic for a lot of students and a lot of classes, in part because the instructors just kind of defaulted into saying read the book, and that's not in most cases the best way to do it. And however, the students found out, hopefully in my class, that in fact maybe it even got better. Besides the advantage of hearing an instructor, in this case me, detail the topics, describe the content in detail, give examples, give application, give contextualization, you also had the video you could go back and watch again and again and again. So there really was no loss at the online format the way that I'm doing in this class. In fact, I'd suggest it's even a benefit to have it this way, and like to see those grades go up. I started doing this in my lab classes probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. I stopped doing the introductions to lab in the, look, there's a little chicken walking in the background. Okay, this little guy, that's, oh, look at, okay, chicken cam. There we go. Can we see chickens? There we go. Neighborhood chickens. Okay, so who's ADD? Not me. Okay, anyway, so chicken cam, there we go. If we see some turkeys or some coyotes or something come by, a bear, I'll let you know. But anyway, I think what I do in lab classes, I stopped doing the introductions before lab and burning up that really valuable lab time. Instead, I did 100% of the lab introductions online. So students would spend that half hour, 45 minutes online ahead of time, come to lab and be prepared to do the lab rather than have the introduction. Once I did that, I saw the lab grades just skyrocket through the roof. In fact, it's been that way for the last 10 to 15 years. I'm proud to say that my labs tend to be the highest scoring labs, and it's not because necessarily of my wonderful instruction, but I think the fact that they have the ability to look at those lab introductions before they come to class, as well as after they've done the lab. And that's going to be the situation with the lectures this semester, is that you have the ability to look at the lectures before you read the book, and again to watch them after you read the book if you think that's appropriate for you. And so that means that also the delivery this semester is going to be asynchronous. What that means is we're not going to be sitting together in front of a camera, in front of chicken cam, here at a regular schedule, 9 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The asynchronous delivery means that you're going to be able to access these videos. Uh-oh, do you hear chickens in the background? I've asked them not to crow outside, but go figure, they don't listen. This is the, there are more chickens over there. Look, chicken cam. Okay, if you can hear them out there crowing, this is the please feed me, and this is probably why we have chickens over here all the time. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so it'll be asynchronous delivery. You can watch it any time you want, 3 in the morning, whatever. Here's an interesting gee whiz. As an instructor, we know exactly what you're doing on Blackboard and when you do it. We have your whole record. We know if you're an insomniac and you watch from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., etc. I also know how many times you watch each of the videos, and do I keep track? Yes, I keep track. So if a student comes to me and goes, I just don't understand what's going on in the lab, I don't understand what's going on in the lecture, it's because you've never watched the videos. So this gives you an opportunity to do that. So the asynchronous delivery means that you can tune in and go as fast as you want. What isn't going to be asynchronous are the exams. The exams will have exam dates and exam windows, and that information will follow here in a couple of days. Normally in an online course, we would have you use what's called Respondus Lockdown Browser with webcam to take an online exam. And what this does, this is a piece of software that prevents you from using your computer other than take the exam, and also it films you the entire time that you're taking the exam. And that's how we prevent online cheating. Not that anybody would try and cheat online, of course, but we're not doing that this semester because you didn't sign up technically for an online course, and a lot of students are challenged by having video cams, a real computer. You can't use your phones, you can't use a tablet, you can't use an iPad. It has to be a computer to make the software work. So with the understanding that some people may not have that in these emergency COVID conditions, what we're going to do, instead of letting you take the exam whenever you want, is we're going to have synchronous times, and those will be scheduled during the normal class meeting. And I'll give you at least 2 weeks warning as when that's going to happen. So if you, in fact, you are working during the normal class time, you can arrange to have that hour off to take the exam. The purpose of doing this is going to reduce the cheating on the exam. Your exams are going to be given during the short window, so it reduces the transfer. All of your exams are completely randomly generated, so no students will have the same 2 exams. No students will have the same questions with the same answers, but still we're trying to reduce the transfer of material online. So more about the synchronous exams, and again, those occur during the normal class time. If we have some unsurmountable challenge to making that happen with an individual student, we'll talk and we'll see what we can do there. Okay. Also, office hours are going to be done on Zoom. Okay, so yeah, I think everybody has Zoomed by now. We're not going to be using other meeting formats. We're not going to worry about the Google formats or, the Apple version. We're going to do Zoom because Zoom will work across Android, Zoom will work across iOS, Zoom will work on your computers. And so we're going to use a Zoom format to have office hours. And we can certainly, do that most times of the day, unless I'm paddling on a river, flying my plane or something, but we'll make it happen. And I do encourage you to take advantage of that. Again, we're all kind of learning how to do this, but understand that I'm here. Even though that I'm remote, I'm still here. And understand that with the case of all of your faculty. We're all getting paid to help you learn this material, and we all want to help you learn this material. So never think that you're bothering us and go, I didn't want to bother you with the Zoom. No, for sure. Bother us. Let's make sure you do well, because in anatomy physiology, folks, this is what you're going to be using for the rest of your career, right? We don't want you to kind of get this information. We want you to have this nailed. So make sure that we use Zoom. There's information, if you don't already Zoom, on how to do that in your syllabus. It has the spot where you can download it. Of course, you can go to your app store. You can go to the Zoom website. Make sure you go into the Zoom website. Don't go to any other nonsense websites that's trying to put bloatware on your computer. But then we can Zoom. That's not an issue whatsoever. Now, also, I want to point out to you that during the summer, this is a 7-week accelerated course. Anatomy, Physiology, Biology 121 or 122, for most of your academic programs, especially you folks doing associate degrees, is going to be the most challenging course that you're going to take, regardless of which of the 17 or 18 of us in the department teach it. Is that it's going to be your most challenging course. So you want to make sure that you're balanced accordingly. I'll speak more about this in the formal introduction to the course, but understand that you're taking a really heavy 14-week course and you're scrunching it into 7 weeks. So make sure that you have the appropriate academic load, workload, social load, etc., in order to be successful this semester. And more about that again when we get into the formal presentation. Okay. Also, this semester, help me help you. Anytime you communicate with me, I'm teaching a full load during the summer, so please don't say, hi, this is Buffy, I'm in your class. Buffy, which class are you in? Which section are you in? And specifically, what do you need? Because a lot of my emails are just, hi, when's our exam? Well, first of all, you've been told what your exam is, so don't use me as your default, please, of how to get a simple answer. If it's already been given to you, check it out, look it out, but also let me know what's your first name, what's your last name, and also what section you're in, and articulate what you need. Many of the emails I get are completely incomprehensible as to what the question is that you're even asking. So reread it before you send it. And again, feel free to do that. Ask me any questions, but help me help you, because when I get up in the morning and look at my email box, some days I have 100 to 150 emails, and so I need to have you help me help you. And so give me all that information and I'll be able to help you a lot better. So I think that's all I wanted to do with you right now. Again, there's going to be a more formal presentation coming in a couple days. The reason for that is that because of in the winter 2020 semester, we went very early on in converting to online. I have 100% of the lecture content already posted for exam units 2, 3, and 4, as you'll see in the Blackboard website under the Media tab. I have some of the exam unit number 1 content, but none of it from up front in the semester. So right now, this is the week off between the winter and summer semester when I'm recording this, and that's what I'm going to be doing this week, is sitting either up here or down in my basement in an office, recording all these things and getting them online. So they're not there yet, but they'll be there very soon. And I will keep you abreast of everything that I post via email and also by Blackboard. Okay? So other than that, looking forward to helping you guys learn anatomy physiology, and we get started very, very soon. So stay in contact. Take care.